Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon, Osbourne are actually contemplating what, has been happening in their marriage, and it looks like at a point, Ozzy cheated on, I mean, this woman with a hairdresser, and she actually is angry about it, and she said it nearly cost her life. Like, imagine your husband cheating on you with a hairdresser, like really that's what happened with Osborne in this particular conversation is about to tell you. But it's getting social media talking, and we also want to know exactly what you think about it, because it involves human life over here, and if it had happened, well, all thanks to this hairdresser, things would have become very nasty in the eyes. So this is the Chance Open Axe News. As usual, please do want to subscribe, leave your thought and comment inside the comment section. During today's episode, let's get interactive, okay? So the latest conversations on social media has to do with Ozzy as infidelity, and this one is apparently coming in from Sharon. Now, according to Sharon, Ozzy apparently cheated on her with a hairdresser, and why do all these old folks like to speak sometimes trash, kind of? Because this is something that happened, like, I think decades ago. But you know how old folks are. They just would want to say something just to also, one way or the other, make it look more like an advice to the young ones out there. So I think that's what this particular story is telling. So Sharon says that Ozzy Osbourne apparently cheated on her with a hairdresser, and she found out about it, and she forgave Ozzy about it. And at a point, she was dealing through so much. In fact, she was going through trauma. She was depressed. She actually couldn't stand the husband, and was having so many thoughts inside her head. At a point, she said the only option was to have taken her own life. And I'm like, yo, just because your husband cheated on you, you have to take your own life? You don't value your life that much. Like, really? Sharon is saying that she almost took her own life just because of Uzi's infidelity. I'm not surprised about it anyway, because it happens. Most people cannot stand infidelity, and also people feel that they are being cheated on, and no partner deserves that particular kind of stuff. Okay, and I mean, must you even leave your partner if he or she cheats on you? I think that's a conversation we would have on a different day. But most people just cannot stand the chance that their partners cheats on them, and the mere fact that their partner cheats on them alone is enough, and they want to break up or do something very terrible to themselves. Now, this is an advice from Sharon. I think this is a piece of advice. She didn't do anything harmful to herself. She actually had a convo with Ozzy, sat him down to understand exactly what happened, and just bear in mind also that Ozzy never moved on with the hairdresser again. He's still in a relationship with Sharon. So I think most women should have it at the back of their minds that regardless, if your partner cheats on you, I'm not condoning cheating anyway. In fact, I hate it when someone cheats on the partner, and I don't want to be in that kind of category. Like, no, okay. It's quite a delicate conversation like this, okay. But that's what she is saying, and fans also have been reacting also about that. So, guys, what do you think? Would you also want to take your own life if your partner cheats on you? I don't know. If you do that, that's okay. But hey, I think it's really scary that anyone would apparently think about taking their own lives. Definitely not me. Definitely not me. Like, this actually is quite serious. You take your own life because your partner cheated on you with. Then what would you do if you find out that your husband is in bed with your daughter? Like, what would you do? If your partner is cheating on you with a hairdresser, and you're almost thinking of doing something nasty to yourself, then wait till you see God forbid, anyway, but you find your husband in bed with your own biological daughter. How would you deal about it also? But I think this is a good advice to everyone out there. Not every infidelity issue must result into a nastier situations. We've seen couples go through some messy, obstacles, but they actually, one way or the other, know how to go about it, solve it, get back to their relationship again, bounce back, and still live happily after. And so, for me, I think this is just a piece of advice to all the young ladies out there. But it's quite serious, anyways. That seriously, I don't know. What would you have done if you were in Sharon's shoes? I don't know, but it's laughable. It's just laughable, okay? I'm just laughing over here, not because the thing is funny, but it's funny how she says it, that the hairdresser. Maybe the hairdresser does things better than she does. And there are petty things that makes people cheat. It could be as a result that the person is not having what he or she desires from their partner. It could also be as a result of the partner not being the same as they met before. It could be as a result of basic things. The attitude has changed, the character, everything about them has changed. And so these are petty stuffs that make people cheat. But I'm not here to support Ozzy of cheating. Neither am I also condoning that Sharon should or would have taken her own. I think nobody should go through such situation. And if you're out there watching us, watching me, and you're going through a similar situation because your partner or your husband apparently is doing similar thing to you, you have to think about it properly, because once you take your own life, your partner still moves on. He or she will still find love again, and you will be, nowhere to be found. You would have been in a very dire situation by then. It's quite sad, but also very educative and insightful. So, just take inspiration from this particular conversation of Ozzy and Sharon, and I'm sure most of you out there watching, you're actually going to take some inspirations from it. I'm sure the hairdresser actually is not going to be happy about this. Like, she literally will get very angry that Ozzy apparently is speaking like this. But it's something that happens. It happens day in, day out. It happens day in, day out. There are times where you see a partner, apparently chasing, some kind of, for a lack of a better word to use, a nobody. Meanwhile, his spouse or her spouse is well to do. So you ask yourself, why did the partner cheat? To what extent would your partner cheat? And in which particular profession would he or she want to cheat with? I'm sorry, but Uzi messed up with this hairdresser. Maybe, who knows? The hairdresser was more beautiful than Sharon. I'm just saying. Probably the hairdresser was more beautiful than Sharon. But looking at Sharon, she actually is very beautiful, I must be honest. Girl has a beautiful eyes. If not for the recent plastic surgery that she apparently has been having, and her face looking a bit wrinkled now, I think, well, that's the thing. Some fans have been reacting to on social media. But that's the real fact about Uzi and Sharon, over there. So let's know what you think about it also inside the comment section. Would you, take your own life if your partner cheats? I think this is the most interesting conversation ever to have. Leave your thought and comment inside the comment section. Thanks for watching.